Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to the oldies. Again, I'd like to thank you all for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscription to my channel. It really helps my channel to grow and gets my messages out there to a wider audience. So let's see what we've got. Coming on in. What does my collective need to know? The Lovers in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse. So what we have, we've got Queen of Swords in reverse also. Six of Pentacles and Three of Cups. So what I'm getting is a Soulless X, 111, with a Lover's card and the Seven of Wands in reverse. I'm getting soulless, okay? Because that is like soul purpose in the upright. That, to me, is speaking soulless. With the Hanged Man in reverse has got involved in sacrificing his or her own ex. We've got the Queen of Swords. Could be a masculine or a feminine. Okay? Could be a very distorted masculine who likes to be a spoiled girl, like a spoiled brat, you know. Try and be all sassy, yeah? Yeah. Libra, Gemini, or... what was it? Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, that's the one. Six of Pentacles. Surrounding gifts, sacrifice, Three of Cups. They celebrated after some sort of a sacrifice. Friends. With friends, they celebrated after a sacrifice. Because they wanted these gifts. We've got Libra energy in the background. Six of Pentacles. Because they wanted some sort of gifts for themselves. So that could be physical gifts or spiritual gifts. Four of Wands. Six of Cups in the reverse. So this masculine feminine got in a new relationship. Okay. Six of Cups in reverse. Really childish. Really childish. Played some childish games. So could have even committed in another relationship. Okay. And offered his or her ex up. Yeah, with the Lovers in reverse, there's like a masculine energy. I'll turn it in the upright so you can see. A masculine. And two feminines. So it could be vice versa. 3, 3, 3. Yeah? Could be like two men, one woman. One woman. So they got in another relationship, Six of Cups, in reverse. They're really childish and wanted to play childish games with their other partner. The Star card in reverse because they're really unhealed. They're unhealed and they refuse to do healing. They got in and performing some sort of rituals and sacrificed their ex. A masculine or feminine. They was really passionate about doing this as a form of a get back. As a form of a get back, sacrifice ex and quite possibly child or children. Okay. 10 of Cups. And Three of Swords in the reverse. Because they wanted to play happy families. Okay. They was depressed. They was unhealed. They refused to do their inner work. Okay. They joined in with like-minded people. So maybe their own family, other family members and friends. To do this. Nine of Swords, the guilty. Then we've got justice in the reverse. And then we have judgment. A lot of corruption and injustice. So could have left the relationship because of the injustice. Because of a lot of corruption. So obviously, with this corruption, committed like a lot of crimes, like domestic violence, maybe some sort of SA, so S, abuse, okay? The moon card in reverse, so that secret's been revealed. Because they had no respect, okay? Queen of Swords in the reverse, could have even been some knife crime, sword crime, machete, something with sharp objects in a domestic violence relationship. Also, maybe some S attacks, I don't really want to say it. But, secret's been revealed, they wanted to win. Yeah, and continue traumatising. They've got the Hierophant. Someone who's in a leader of like a Catholic church or something like that to help. So this leader in a Catholic church was like, I will help you, but you have to sell your soul to me, to the devil, and become one of my worshippers and one of my followers, is what I'm getting. So they did, along with multiple other people. And this masculine helped an ex sacrifice the ex-missus or ex-fella in order to win a fight. So they teamed up with the devil in order to win a fight, in order to win against this masculine or feminine, and continue, maybe conjured up, continue this injustice. But because someone who works in a church is also linking to corrupt law enforcement, corrupt lawyers, judges and solicitors, they thought, we'll cover it all up. Yeah, because they've been covering this shit up for decades. We've got corrupt coppers, okay? Because they've been covering this shit up for decades. This has been going on for decades, okay? They got away with it for decades. They do it to children, okay? They sacrifice children, and then they'll bury them at these Catholic church grounds, graveyards and stuff like that, and make out like, oh, they died of pneumonia, or they died of tuberculosis and 0808. Tuberculosis and stuff like that. With this Magician card, somebody could be taking a closer look into this. Okay. And maybe it's in their destiny to investigate these type of crimes, the sun in reverse, and reveal that. What's hidden, what's kept in the dark. Also with the sun card in reverse, can you see the children? I said that they do this to children too. Alright? Give me your soul, make a deal with the devil, and I will help you gain some sort of power, some sort of dominion, some sort of power ranking, some sort of supernatural powers or gifts, 0909, and it is surrounding some sort of gifts that they wanted. So I am getting mammon type of energy. They could have done this to their own children's mother, but this happens with multiple people, mothers, fathers, you know, because they join into this. They do this to the masculine exes when the women go there, you see, because there's a female there. Oh, my fella, he left me and I just want to get him back, and they'll be like, sell your soul to me, sell your soul to the devil and sacrifice them and I will help you cover it up. And then he's like, oh, my missus, she left me, she doesn't want to be with me anymore, I want to get her back. Oh, sell your soul to me Sell your soul to the devil, and we will help you. Do you get what I mean? This is what they've been doing. Wow. For so long. Now, mammon is all about materialism and wealth. Hold on. So the Luciferians and Satanic in these Catholic churches, okay, a majority of them, they have to sell their soul to the devil in order to keep this like power ranking within the church, okay, as like a hierophant, a high priest, a high priestess, okay. Swear. So we're going into Mammon, who is all about materialistic wealth. Let's just put something else up because I clicked on the wrong one. Right, Mammon, Demon, Demonology. So, Mammon is a demon of greed and wealth. So it's materialism. It's a biblical term for riches. Word for wealth. Mammon was later interpreted by medieval writers as a demonic figure, one of the 7 deadly sins, and a prince of hell. He is often equated with pagan gods of wealth like Plutus and Despater or something like that, however you pronounce it. So the word mammon appears in the Bible, particularly in a Sermon on the Mount in the books of Matthew and Luke, where it was stated that you cannot serve both God and mammon. Okay, so they do not serve the Most High. They serve that of a low vibrational frequency, because they're all about the here and they're all about the now, and I want this and I want it now type of energy. Okay, so we've got greed as a deadly sin. In demonology, mammon represents greed and it's often considered one of the 7 deadly sins and a prince of hell, so that's that bit. Personification of greed and the pursuit of material wealth. Greek and Roman, so pagan gods, Greek and Roman gods. King of capitalism, pursuit of wealth. So it's all about greed, material wealth. See, my children's father, he has done this. We've got lost soul on his knuckles. He sacrificed me and his own kids, okay, and wants to go in for BLOOD sacrifice of his own children and his own stepdaughter because he wants Etihad Stadium. So it's very dangerous what they are doing, okay, and obviously I'm extremely worried for my own children's safety. Very extremely worried because this is resonating, alright? This needs to be shut down. There is lots of images. Okay, there's lots of images, but the one what looks the most like Mammon and what he looks like, there's different like interpretations of what Mammon looks like. I'm trying to find the one. There we go. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. This one here. You can see the rib cages, popping on out. This is the one my children's father has made deals with. The spirit of mammon. And obviously me and my children, we've been sacrificed multiple times. We've got corrupt coppers who are also serving the devil. Okay? Look. Wanting to win at all costs. I can't make it up. I've just split the deck. Family members are getting raided. Okay? Surrounding this. Pull your energy back from these. Because they harvest off energy. We've got salesman, saleswoman, because they have sold the soul. They are selling souls for material wealth, for power, for riches, for control. Just because they want to win. But this works on both sides, okay? This happens to masculines and feminines. So we've got X. So slamming X, our best friend, and we've got serving the devil there. We've got forging signatures, following in cars, performing satanic rituals. Toxic, but they don't want to be seen as toxic, but they are. And then we've got gang stalking again, and predator. Drinking problem. Food witchery. Psychopaths. Grooming gang. Trickster spirit. Mental magic. This is what they do. Shit stirrers. They chat shit, dirt magic, sending demons. They conjure up demons, and here they are, flying monkeys, narcissists, psychopaths, 1717, sociopaths. They join with like-minded people to do this. Dirty cop, crooked, bent, copper, evil government officials, because people who work within the government, they serve the devil and the devil's agenda. The bananas. They're absolutely bananas. Even celebrities do this. Even celebrities do this. We've got £70,000 to £80,000 and justice. Planning knife attacks. So it is something to do with knives, attacks. Okay? Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm like, yeah. Satanists. But what it is there's different devils, there's different demons. 1818. And they're bowing down to every single devil and demon to get what they want. Give me it now. Devil, demon, bow, bow, bow. Fucking idiots. Over 10 million. This is regarding maybe some stolen money of over £10 million. Okay, and they're splitting it amongst themselves. And they're playing games. So someone's got a full cult or coven, a full church, or churches after them, like me. I've got all the motherfuckers coming for me from all angles. Group chat's been proper popping. Of course it has. Child endangerment, because they've got in on sacrificing children. They've got involved in sacrificing children, but because they've got these corrupt law officials, judges, lawyers, solicitors, 1919, attorneys, people who work within the government, you know, nurses, doctors, counsellors, psychiatrists, the lot more bad coppers. They could have been paid £100,000 to £200,000 to cover it up. We'll cover it up. We'll split some of this money. We'll give you some of this money. Turn a blind eye. Alright, yeah. Are you alright? Yeah, you turn a blind eye. Yeah, you can go spend that. out on a weekend, go and have a weekend away, get pissed up, go on holiday, yeah? That is like what it's like, because they want to serve materialistic things. They just want money. So there's hush-hush money involved. Hush-hush money involved. Now, in demonology, Lucifer is a fallen angel who was once the brightest and most powerful, and he was also the most beautiful, but fell from grace due to his pride and rebellion against God. So they've rebelled against the Most High because they want to rule on planet Earth and be in some sort of power position. He is now considered the devil or Satan, the ruler of hell, and a personification of evil and sin of pride. He is believed to have led a rebellion that resulted in his and other angels' banishment. And his primary goal is to corrupt humanity and oppose God's work. 21:21. So anyone who is trying to do good work for the Most High, they get like sacrificed, okay, to the devil. And it's sad. So he is often identified with or as a precursor to other names for the devil, such as Satan, the devil, or the Prince of Darkness. But there's also Beelzebub, a name for the Prince of Demons identified with Satan in the New Testament, Lord of the Flies, or Lord of the High Sea, or Lord of the Dung. I've had all of these sent to me and my babies through my family and friends and what they want to do, because they want some sort of power, okay? And they've taken hold of the money to my work, so they're worshipping money what's not even theirs. Lord of the Dung. Some of these demons, they smell like sulphur or pure shit. So I'm going to see, what do demons smell like? Sulphur or rotten eggs. Right, I usually am. So other reported smells include smoke, decay, you can smell like the rot. 23, you can smell the rot. So these people, like the sulphur, rotten eggs, because they have sold the soul to the devil, demons, they are like rotting from the inside. And when they do energy swaps with people who are higher vibrational, they do energy swaps and then they put that rotting smell, yeah, on other people. It's like a destiny swap, it's like energy swap, what they do, because they want to be looking good, they want to be appearing to be high vibrational, but that is, I think I put the card away, it's cloaking themselves in somebody else's energy. When they smell like the spirit of death, they smell like death. They could also be trying to do death magic. Let me see if I can see what does. I know the Grim Reaper smells like death. What does the Grim Reaper smell like? I know it smells like death because I've had death spells done on me. So, some people have reported or claimed that the Grim Reaper smells a combination of dark, earthy and musky notes like black leather, agarwood and patchouli mixed with floral hints like jasmine. I doubt it. 25, I doubt that one because jasmine smells so nice. I don't think he does. He smells like death. Okay? He smells like death. More like earthy, but death. Rotten eggs, garbage-like smell. Of decomposing. Yeah? Because, like I've said in any other readings and on my other channel, I've had that many death spells done on me throughout childhood, and because I'm a psychic medium, he's always come to me. But he's taught me a lot about death. He has taught me a lot about death. So they work with the spirit of death, but the Grim Reaper doesn't even like these people. You know, and with the deals what they've made with the devil, and because they refuse to repent, they refuse to go on soul retrieval course, okay? They refuse to turn to the Most High and turn to Jesus. When their time is up, we've got corrupt judges involved in snatching children, sacrificing them, yeah? When their time is up, the Grim Reaper is coming for them, and they're going to get dragged to hell. They are. And there's 9 circles of hell. So let me just see what are the 9 circles of hell. We've got limbo, lust. So the first one is limbo, the second one is lust, the third one is gluttony, the fourth one is greed, the fifth is anger, 6 is hearsay, 7 is violence, 8 is fraud, and 9 is treachery. Unbaptised are usually in limbo, punished by the lack of hope but not torture. And then lust, souls are swept by a dark stormy wind. This is where people, like, they could be in relationships but they're always lusting after other men and women, okay, or what have you, always lusting after other men and women, even though they could have a good man or woman sat by their side, they always lust, okay, which is the devil testing them. Let me just say that. Gluttony. Souls lie in a foul, freezing rain and mud, tormented by Cerberus. And then greed. Souls are forced to push great weights against each other. So when they go to hell, and they've been serving like mammon, alright, the souls are forced to push great weights against each other. So basically, they just have to do horrible things in hell for the horrible things they've done on planet Earth, 2929, and the evil acts, the evil deeds. Anger. The wrathful fight each other in a muddy, swampy river, Styx, or however that's pronounced, while the sullen are submerged beneath the surface, which could be the lake of fire, where it's like bubbling. Yeah? And then violence divided into 3 rings, With violence against neighbours in a river of boiling blood, that's the boiling blood one. The violence against themselves, suicides, in a wood of thorny trees, and the violence against God, nature, and are in a burning sand plain. Then we've got fraud. This is a complex circle with 10 pockets for various types of fraud, from panderers and seducers to hypocrites and falsifiers. And then treachery, the lowest circle, is a frozen lake where the worst sinners are encased in ice and is divided into 4 zones based on the type of treachery. So it's Inferno. Oh, it's so dark and creepy. But I got my older looking type cards out because this has been going on for God knows how long now. Since the beginning of time, since the beginning of like humanity, or before humanity, because the devil got booted, you know, before humans came along. There's different like interpretations, you know, you can go on and do your own research into this subject, but always remember to pray to the Most High, repent, because we all need to repent. No one is perfect. And we all go through a series of tests, okay, until the day we actually die. Two of Wands, 5 of Swords, and Strength. So these enemies who want to bring conflict, they are jealous of your strength, this masculine, this feminine strength. They are jealous of your power, your personal power, your strength, okay? Always seem to be outnumbered. And Jesus was also outnumbered. Robbery. There's a lot of robbery. Whatever seems to be going down in this cup. 10 of Swords in reverse. Robbery. Stealing. Everything. It's like I will take away, this is the energy, what I'm getting, I will take it away, everything you love. Ay, ay, ay. 10 of Swords in reverse. And they persistently, some of these people, they want to take themselves out because of everything what they've done. And quite possibly death hexes are going back to sender, chaos agents, agents for the devil, returning to sender. Let's see. What's coming on out? Trash. We've got multiple fake accounts, corrupt judges, spiritual warfare, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. They could have even got rid of some evidence, burned some sort of evidence. It's game over. So much backstabbing, so much deceit, so much treachery, not to be trusted. So these are the type of people, 34, who you can't even trust at all. Shattered, broken, fucked up. Starting drama and then making the masculine or feminine explode because they're being outnumbered, because they're being sacrificed, okay? multiple times, and they know they fucked up. And they wanted to meet up with someone who they was in a private relationship with to get help. And they're like, it's alright, we know some corrupt coppers. We just continue fulfilling this fantasy, but they're trying to run away, these haters and fake friends who's got involved in getting a room, discussing all this. That's how I've got depression. I struggle in my mental health. I try to take myself out, but doing all this. Really, 35. Anger management, deliberately, with what they are doing, trying to get these masculines and feminines mad, because they're all joining into some sort of a satanic cult coven, a secret society, alright, who do these things for fun, sell their soul, because they want some sort of deals. Now, I know people around me who's done this, my family, exes, alright, they've all decided to serve darkness. And the stupid bin on the estate, the one with the red hair, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, darlings, yeah, she has gone and got in Illuminati off the back of my music and been making deals with the devil to be me. Alright, there's even here, breaking contract. They even do blood contracts with the devil. I've had this done on me also, blood contracts with the devil in my name, what other people have done, which I think is disgusting. Okay, so we pray to the Most High, okay, pray to Jesus, and ask Archangel, it's called Uriel, okay, ask Archangel Uriel to draw his flaming sword of God and break this contract with the devil in the name of Jesus, in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit. I don't know. So much injustice. So much injustice. Got a website under construction. Toxic. Trickster spirit. They could be trying to get like builders or something to bury evidence. Okay, builders to bury evidence. Trickster spirit. Child endangerment. They want to cover up. But maybe these undercovers could be gathering evidence, and they could be having a lot of anxiety about getting caught. And look, concealing gun crimes, look, burning evidence, I told her. Planning a funeral, so insurance job, also, could be something to do with music, for some, insurance job. Performing satanic rituals, I can't even make it up, darling. I'm so on point. I am so on point. Child endangerment, because they do this to children. We've got justice here. 70,000 to 80,000 paid money under the table because there was multi-millions of pounds of some sort of stolen. We've got a good solicitor, full group going down, oh thank God. Their body is just a vessel for the devil. Okay, and even these Satanists, even these devil worshippers, sooner or later, they get taken down, okay? They end up going to prison. We've got good solicitor. We've got corrupt social services who are involved in satanic cult also. Incubus, succubus. Moon magic. Because these people, as I've said in many other readings, they have people in every single area. So they're probably linking to Freemasons or Eastern Stars. Every area you can think of, yeah, they're operating in every area. How do you think they've got away with this stuff for so long, for so many years, yeah? And they're always looking to recruit more people, okay, make deals with them, and they are like, I'm pulling strings over here, you're pulling strings over there, so right, we've got it, we can cover it all up, and no one's going to say shit to us. There's too many of us. There's too many of us. And there is a lot of these people. But I say Satanic cult coven, I was going to say it, he's under investigation. Oh, thank the Lord. Thank Jesus Christ. Thank the Most High for these good investigators, for the good law enforcement, for the good people who work within and around solving these crimes. They are earth angels. They really are. They are earth angels. They are stars also. They are also very strong. We've got 10 of Swords. Church cult coven leader. Another one, a female one. That could be like Lady Masons, the Eastern Stars. They've also been involved in hexing, cursing and trying to end divine feminine, divine masculine. Because they've got lack of compassion, a lack of empathy, a lack of remorse for what they've done. Or quite possibly, they know what they've done is wrong, and that's why they're trying to bump people off to cover it up. Exhaustion. They're exhausted from running around, recruiting, they're taking advice from each other. What do we do now? What do we do now? Someone's discovering. Someone's going to discover what we're doing, what we've been doing, okay? What we're going to do now. How we're going to cover this up now. Because what they've been doing for so long is very dangerous. Okay, look, this is like graveyard. They've been doing this for generations. And they've got away with it for generations. Caution around these people. Because they've got partnership, okay? They partner with a lot of people in order to cover it up. Oh. Maybe the ones with this evaluation, the ones who speak out about this, alright, because they've got people who work in all areas, so like, right, we'll section this person and we'll book them in for a mental health evaluation and we'll get the corrupt doctors, corrupt psychiatrists, corrupt nurses, corrupt healthcare workers involved because they do black magic, you know, and do some dark shit and infiltrate all areas. They are exhausted. Strength, turmoil. They've created so much turmoil. At some point with this honesty, they're going to have to come clean and be honest about what they have done. At some point, yeah, they're going to have to come clean and be honest about what they have done and what they have been doing. And they don't want to because they don't want to go down for like murders and child sacrificing and trying to bump people off and using people in all areas to do these things, pulling strings. Far. You are surrounded by the angels who want to bring balance, who want to bring peace, who want to bring harmony but they just want conflict and misfortune. Refreshment, you see, they just want to sit there with the champagne, with some beverages, okay, with some nibbles, some nibblies, while they're deliberately trying to destroy someone else's, other people's full world out of spite, out of jealousy, out of the love for money, out of the love for power and control and dominion. Because the egos, it's gone to the heads. Anyone who is emotionally intelligent surrounding this, they want to do a mental health evaluation, 45. A mental health evaluation, alright, they know exactly what we're freaking doing, for God's sake. Why did we do it to this person? They've blown the full fucking cover, and that's what I'm getting. They're blowing our cover. Yeah, they're blowing it up. We need to burn evidence. Shit. Now our banks are going under investigation. They're feeling really insecure. Linking to like a sex cult also. You know, where they need a lot of side pieces. Yeah, it's linking to a sex cult also. A trafficking ring. A trafficking ring. Where did I? Look. Social services, child trafficking ring, satanic cult. Child endangerment, okay, trying to sacrifice a masculine or feminine, snatch kids, kiddies for some, yeah, 46, in order to cover up what they've been doing. Now they're like under construction, they're like, oh shit, what we're gonna do? We're being watched, someone's blowing our full case. Oh, someone's blowing this case and these cases wide open. There's so much trying to burn evidence, look. Burning evidence, corrupt judges, lawyers, solicitors, law enforcement, okay? Maybe trying to shift between bank accounts and also trying to cover up gun crimes like murders, cover up that they're performing satanic rituals, covering up that they've done an insurance job on top of that because it's gone to the regs. And again, they've been doing this for so many years and they've got away with it for so long, yeah? But maybe, just maybe, with one or two people who they've done it to, they've fucked with the wrong person. Dodgy lawyers. They've messed with the wrong person. Some of these, we've got self-harming and we've got knife. Son. Corrupt lawyer. Because they don't want to face accountability for taking money under the table, turning a blind eye and trying to cover up these sinister crimes. Hits out on your head, on masculine or feminine's head. And again, this is a collective reading, it's not going to resonate for everybody. But maybe if you are undercover investigator, this is going to resonate from start to finish on maybe a case what you are investigating. Because it's game over. Evidence is being gathered. They're a deluded team. A deluded team. They could be trying to put evidence within drains, something to do with drains, a sea, okay, a river, a dock. Or even people who's working at building sites in and around area, yeah, burying stuff in there. Something surrounding, listening to your intuition. If you are an undercover investigator, something surrounding, listening to your intuition. The birds, yeah? Can you hear something like birds? Listen to the birds. Listen to the bees, something about the birds and the bees. Listen to your intuition. Get in tunage with spirit guides, with animals, okay? They will help you. Some of these people, they need to do shadow work, but again, they're refusing to do that because they want to serve the darkness. They might play dumb, go, what you want about? I don't know what you're talking about. When they get arrested, because look at it. Because it's linking to a church coven. You're like, well, how all of a sudden did you have so much in your bank account and then there is a large amount of money deposited into your bank account? And if it's linking to identity theft, because they will bump people off, then they will take their identity, yeah? Sometimes they pick people whose families have all turned against them, and friends who's all turned against them, people who have no support network or not very many people around who will become suspicious about this. They will use them, also masculine, feminine. They will take their identity, okay, social security number, birth certificate, okay, and obviously we've got this digital ID, what's coming into effect, okay, so it's going to be easier for them to not even have to go into banks or anything like that. And if there's something surrounding power of attorney, these corrupt family members, exes or what have you, they can go, I'm doing it for him, alright, they're at home, they're ill, they're not very well, yeah, I'm doing it on their behalf. And this is how they seem to be getting away with it. And social services, they are doing a lot of corrupt things too. They are getting hold of birth certificates. They are getting hold of copies of identity, okay? And it's game over for them too. So even social services, and we've got hits out, even social services was putting hits out. I've had this from every single frigging angle, yeah? From all angles. Galactic Federation of Light stepped in, thank God. Thank God for the Galactic Federation of Light stepping on in. But again, from all areas, social services involved snatching kids, satanic cult, sex magic on the children because they want to turn the children into slaves for them. And it's well known at these Catholic churches that they cover up child SA because they're involved in that. And they condone that, okay? They condone that type of behaviour. And to be in one of these so-called power positions, in one of these Catholic churches, you have to have, like, done some sort of child abuse, okay? Some child RAPE, some murders of animals or murders of people. And then they will get like a big fat Jesus cross hanging off them and all the holy wear. That's mad that though, isn't it? But that is a world we are living in. It doesn't even have to be like that. But they choose to serve darkness and that is their choice. But good investigators gathering evidence. There's bank accounts going under investigation. They're going to be real depressed because they're going to lose everything. But once they're in prison and locked up, yeah, when these are in prison and locked up, they can still get their mental health tablets prescribed to them in prison, so they don't have to be without. Let me just save that. for anyone who's been involved in doing this sick shit. My karmics, if you're worrying about going to prison and stuff, for all the crimes you've committed, for collaborating, darlings, against doing some sick shit, you can still get your mental health tablets inside of the prison. So I don't want people to worry about that. If they are struggling with depression, you can still get your depression tablets inside of prison. Alright? For all these sick, sinister crimes. Sickety sick. Sickety sick. So I know it is to do with some sort of money. Okay, and then obviously the attempted murders also. Sickety sick. She can still get tablets, mental health tablets in prison, she can. Alright, 5555. She can still get her mental health tablets in prison. Alright. She can. He can. Because they're involved in theft, fraud, identity. Okay? Child services with child fabricating evidence. Child services fabricating evidence to cover up a theft. Child services fabricating evidence to cover up a theft. Corrupt judge. Okay. They've been trying to what? We've got community. Maybe we've got a good judge this time who is going to get this community locked up. Good judge. But corrupt judge previously, what came out, but quite possibly getting these people locked on up. Because they wanted to split some sort of money between themselves. Money, cash in hand. Look, I knew it. Surrounding some sudden wealth. But because they've got people in all areas, they thought they was going to get away with it. Oh yeah, the great fortune. Overseas accounts, travelling overseas. Some of these people aren't even working, yet they're living a life of luxury. So it's all about using brains and piercing through these illusions. And child endangerment, okay? Child endangerment, performing rituals on children and using dark energy in order to cover it up is not on. With these people behind bars, the world will be so much more of a safer, brighter place without these people running the streets. There's an ending to these fake privileged masculines and feminines. Because what they've been doing is concerning with these officials and the insurance jobs also. Steal the money, sacrifice everything, force poverty, yada yada yada. Fake government officials, but what we've got is someone bringing this to light. And this, we've got mature man is expecting to get raided. He's there, you know, living all wealthy from forced power of attorney, putting it out on everyone, going to cover it up, alright, because corrupt judge was helping him cover up all these thefts. Now this corrupt judge is losing the job. Also, yeah, fake privilege, all the robbery. Look, we're paying off mortgage. We're just paying off mortgage. Is buying properties. Real judge is going to be like, well, what with? From stolen money, from theft, from robbery, from fraud. Wow. Wow. So, I'm going to go. It's getting on for an hour and I need a crystal ball. Put it in there. I need one of these. I'm pretty sure, not long back, they discontinued them in the UK. And I was devastated. I was nearly crying. Because I couldn't find them anywhere. And then they seem to have reappeared. Alright. Yeah, so I'm going to eat that. Very deep reading, yet again. Some of these readings are going to go right over people's heads because it's information overload and some people have not got the brain to understand these type of things straight away. Alright. Yeah, so send me peace, love and light, and if you've been through this and are still going through this, I hope you get justice soon.